Hey guys, if you guys need your dominations, 12-0s, evos, anything that has to do with online or offline grinding, be sure to hit up Rose NBA on Twitter. The link to his Twitter will be in the description down below. 100% legit and 100% reliable, so be sure to go hit him up now. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2k, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys the current gen tutorial on how to beat the glitched domination. And like I said, man, we are on current gen right now. I did post that tutorial originally and completely forgot that most people still actually do play on current gen. So first of all, I did want to say thank you guys for all the love on that video yesterday as well. You guys showed insane support to like every single video I've been posting, like especially since like the season started. You guys have been going absolutely insane with the love, and I really just want to say I do appreciate that. But we are here on current gen, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually talk about your lineup and what you actually kind of want to do. I'm going to be talking about some budget players as well that you guys can really take advantage of as far as, you know, what you need as, you know, to do in current gen. Now, I'm going to say this right now, current gen is very playbook heavy, mainly because current gen, the defense that the computer plays is a lot different than next gen. So I'm going to just let you guys know that ahead of time. So obviously, you know, that's just going to be like first things first. I'm just going to say that right out the gate. So point guard is going to be your second most important position. I'm going to kind of talk about the most important position after this. I don't know why I'm starting this way, I just am. So for your point guard position, Magic Johnson, Luka Doncic, Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons. These are some of the best options that you guys want to make sure that you guys do have at point guard. The reason why is that they will be able to get a lot of contests. They're going to be able to dunk the ball, and they're also going to be able to, you know, rebound and help get a lot more transition buckets and stuff like that. So you really want to make sure you do have a tall point guard. Now, there are some alternatives as far as Ruby players that you guys can do. Penny Hardaway is really solid. He doesn't have clamps, but, you know, you have guys like RJ Hampton, Tony Roten. You have, I don't know how tall Smush Parker is. He's 6'4". You can kind of get away with that. Markelle Fultz, Killian Hayes, a lot of good budget options there as well. So feel free to pick up any of those guys. For this video, though, I'm going to just go with the person that I used in Magic Johnson. So backup point guard, you know what, I'll do one, you know, top tier player and then one budget player. You guys know I love my man Killian Hayes. I'm gonna go ahead and rock with him. Now, as far as the second most important position goes, that is going to be your center. Center position is super important because this is going to be the guy that gives you a lot of your MT that does add in towards your, like, the end goal. And the reason why is because they're going to be snagging rebounds, they're going to be getting blocks, they could be getting steals, and more importantly, they're going to be getting you a lot of stops in the paint. That does give you like the multiple defensive stop thing that does actually give you a lot of MT in the long run. So first things first, like I said, taking a look at all the centers that I have. The number one center that I actually used throughout most of domination was actually this pink diamond Mark Eaton. So that is actually going to be our budget option that I'm going to be talking about because he is super cheap. For now, I'm going to go ahead and use my man D-Rob. I love, you know, I did the grind. I'm going to go ahead and use him because, again, I took the time and I did the grind. Mark Eaton, though, a great budget option. If you were looking, even if you were like, okay, I can't even afford the 9K or whatever he does go for, or whatever the case is there. There's a lot of free options for centers in this game, but a really good option would be Dino. I know Dino is super cheap and he is cracked defensively, so that could even be an alternative, but you really just want that tall center that can block shots, rebound, and, you know, like I said, play really good defense for you. Now, the rest of the team I'm going to kind of talk about really quick because it's not as important and it's not really that much to break down. Shooting guard, small forward, both sides, you really just want to make sure that they can shoot the ball. Now, what I mean by that is you want to make sure that you have guys that you can trust. What I mean by that, you want to make sure you have guys that can knock down some jump shots. Like if they're open, you are going to hit that jump shot. That is what you want in these positions. You need to make sure that these are players that you know how to shoot with. So again, I'm going to go ahead and put in, you know, the God Squad ones, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in some budget options here for you guys. So again, just these wing players are here for defense, and also, like I said, just to make sure you're going to be knocking down shots, because on current gen it is a little bit more difficult to score, so you do want to make sure that these guys are here to be able to, you know, knock down some shots. Now, this is the way I did it. I didn't run a bench the single time, but again, I did all of mine on current gen, so that's just kind of, you know, the deal there. I mean, I did all mine on next gen. So off the bench, if I was going to run a lineup like this, I would actually run the duo of Clay and Draymond just to give that extra defense. And Draymond isn't going to fit kind of what my overall thing that I did was as far as like next gen. But on current gen, I think he'll be really solid because, again, he's another guy to rebound, block shots, and play really good defense. And you really do have your scoring everywhere else. Well, maybe not Mark Eaton, but you guys get what I'm saying. In the starting five, though, this is a position that I take advantage of most, and this is where I'm telling you guys right now, if you can afford a Giannis, this is the time to pick up a Giannis to help you get through this. So guys like Giannis, Wes Unseld, if you got him, is perfect for this spot. Billy Cunningham, I did actually get, so you guys are going to be seeing the level 30 Ascension board later, so surprise, I guess there you go. But Billy Cunningham is really good for this. Basically, it's going to be any 4 that you can run that is quick and is going to be able to dunk the ball. Diamond Giannis is really good for this as well, especially on current gen. Speed, you know, is a little bit different on next gen, so you really just want to make sure somebody is super fast. So you can run a guy like Giannis, you can run a guy like Sean Marion, who's a really good free option if you did the spotlights for him. This is where, again, it kind of comes back where I tell you guys all the time, make sure you guys do this sort of stuff. Even Ben Simmons is perfect for this as well. So for this video, though, I'm going to go ahead and rock Giannis because, like I said, he is the most, you know, valuable kind of player when it comes to what I'm trying to do here. So in this other spot, I am going to go ahead and put Ben Simmons in, and this other spot I will put in Ruby Thaddeus Young. Sure. Current gen, the super, like, one of the most important things that you guys need to know is your playbooks, like I did say. Now in this video, I'm going to just tell you guys this right now. The 4 best playbooks are going to be the Hawks Gold playbook. That has my favorite play in it that you guys can run. There is this Mavericks playbook. This playbook actually does have a really good play, sort of like quick through STS. The reason why I don't like this one, though, is because it does get jumped a lot, and like some people do like using it. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. You do have the Silver Pelicans book, and then you do have the Pistons playbook. So I'm going to kind of walk through each play from each playbook that I do like running, and we're going to kind of go through that as well. So I'm just gonna play a game here and show you guys. I don't really want to do any of these final 3 teams because, like I said, like, I mean, these are actually really easy, believe it or not. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pick probably the most annoying team that you guys can go up against, and that is gonna be this team with all these centers and stuff like that, because they really are annoying. So right when you load into the game here, like I said, actually I forgot I'm on current gen. It does take a second to get to the playbook screen, but what I'm going to show you guys, this works for literally every single game. So every single time you guys load in on current gen, this is going to be what you guys are going to want to do. So I'm going to show you guys the play, but I'm going to just show you guys how to set up the play once, and that's really it. So once you hit the, once you get into the game, you're going to go to your offensive settings. You're going to go to play selection, where it says quick isolation. So for the Hawks playbook, that's going to be the first one we talk about. This give 25 Hawks play is my favorite play to run in this game. Make sure your adaptive coaching engine is off as well. That can really screw with you on the defensive end and stuff like that. So for what I'm going to do for these 4 different playbooks, I'm not going to bother playing defense right now. That's going to be for the part after this. I just really want to get through these plays and show you guys how these work. So to run the play, literally you're just going to tap L1. What's going to happen is you guys are going to see your shooting guard is going to be standing at the top of the key. You're going to pass the ball to your shooting guard, or your center, excuse me, and then boom, you're going to be getting that wide open layup at the rim almost every single time. Now, I'm going to let you guys know this right now. It is current gen, and the computer is a little bit more cracked than you'd probably like. What do I mean by that? They are almost going to be, like, they are guaranteed to be very annoying when it comes to, playing defense. They're going to jump passing lanes. They're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're not going to, with any of these plays, you are not going to score every single time. You're bound to get stopped eventually, but all you got to do is just make sure that you tell him to backdoor cut, fake the pass, and you guys can see right here, we actually didn't even beat him on that play. All I'm going to do is just set this play right back up, and again, if we run it with our shooting guard, that means our point guard is going to get the ball. So boom, you're going to hold triangle to tell them to backdoor cut. Magic's gonna cut, and then boom, nice little easy jam at the rim. So again, you're gonna hold triangle or Y if you're on Xbox to do the backdoor cut. You're gonna hold triangle and circle, or Y and B to fake the pass as well. That's gonna help you guys out a lot more with, avoiding turning the ball over. Now again, this is only for current gen, so if you are watching this on next gen, the plays don't work because you do need to do a backdoor cut, which is obviously not a feature in next gen for some reason. So you guys can see again, 3rd time, boom. So 3 out of the 4 times the play ends up working. We're getting MT from scoring, and yeah, it's really simple. So this next playbook obviously is going to be the Bronze Mavericks playbook, just the regular Mavericks playbook from this year. So again, L1, and you guys are going to see punch 25 split is going to be the play that I do talk about. The reason why, you guys are going to call this right here, and then you guys are going to see that your player is actually going to end up cutting in toward the rim, and you're going to be getting a nice little easy jam in the paint. Now, like I said, these plays are not guaranteed. It's not like it's going to be like an easy, you know, straight up walkthrough of just you click the play and then boom, you're scoring every single time. This is going to be just easy ways for your players to get nice little backdoor cuts and stuff like that. If you play on current gen, the number one thing you guys want to do is take advantage of those backdoor cuts. So again, I'm going to show you guys this one more time here. Punch 25 split. We're going to give the ball to T-Mac, throw it down to D-Rob, and then again, T-Mac is going to cut to the rim. And again, it's not going to work every single time, but you guys can see that second part of the play actually does result in a wide open three. So whereas you might not be getting that wide open dunk, you're going to be getting a wide open three. And again, if it doesn't work, it's completely okay. All you have to do is just set the play up again. It's really, it's very simple once you kind of get it down, so you guys can kind of see the two looks that you guys are looking for. I'm going to show you guys one more time with this play, and then we're going to be moving on. I don't want to talk about each play too much because you guys can already see what the play does, and like I don't really want to like sit here for like hours running the same play just to show you guys that it works like repeatedly. So yeah, we're gonna throw in the post here. T-Mac, okay, T-Mac doesn't get that cut, and boom, look, you guys can see Magic Johnson wide open again, knocking down a nice little three. I'm actually going to leave it just with the Hawks and the Mavericks playbooks. The reason why is like those are my two favorite playbooks to use for offline. And I actually did go through and use the Pelicans one, and I did go ahead and use the Pistons one. And I don't know. I just feel like these two plays that I already showed you guys, they actually work a lot better and they work a lot more efficient. Because the thing is, if they work against this team, that is like already like the best thing, because like this team is probably the worst to go up against just due to the fact that they're all centers. So if you guys start this, or when you guys start this game, you guys want to come and hit the Hawks 28 freelance. This is the number one thing you guys want to do, because this will actually put you in an automatic 5-out that is really important to actually set up in this game. So this is where I'm going to kind of talk about how to play some good defense and stuff like that, and, you know, just playing better against some of these teams. So the first thing is I'm going to tell you guys, when you guys go up against this center lineup, a zone is going to be your best friend. The reason why is that they do not have a high enough three tendency to actually shoot the ball when they are wide open, and there's only two of them that can really shoot the ball. That is really it. So once you guys go ahead though and, you know, get the ball or whatever, you're going to actually hit freelance, you're going to hit Hawks 2018, hit L1 and L1 again. This is going to give you a pass and screen away in which you guys are going to see you guys are going to be getting a nice little 5-out. Now, this is where again you guys are going to want these taller point guards, excuse me, to be able to attack the rim and stuff like that. Again, this part is literally just focusing on defense. This is the number one thing I want to do for you guys, because I feel like that's where a lot of people do struggle. So you guys can see right here, all 5 people were basically contesting that shot. Now, when you get a rebound, you immediately want to push this ball out. That's what you want to do. You want to run on one angle, cut it back, and then boom, you're going to be getting easy jams in the paint. This is where, like I said, obviously Mark Eaton is not going to be able to do that, but a guy like Dino could very well do that. I like it where, I mean, honestly, if I was playing on current gen, I would make sure all 5 of my guys could basically run the floor. The reason why is because speed is important on current gen. You want to be able to blow by a lot of these, you know, teams and stuff like that. Now, say obviously you're not going up against this all center team, it's going to be easier because some of the teams that you're going to go up against, they're not going to be able to keep up with you, or you're going to be too tall. You guys can see again, you want to run one way, slowly cut back the other way, and then boom, you're going to be getting easy jams in the paint. Now, another boost, because I know a lot of people are going to say like, hey, like I can't get my MT, blah, 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 blah. If you can't get your MT, the number one thing that you want to make sure that you guys do is get your 10 free throws and your 5-3 shot. It doesn't matter if you make them all. You just want to make sure that you guys do it. You guys can see right here. Another big thing about this gen is Heart Crusher. Heart Crusher is very important when it comes to this, you know, this gen and playing it, because once you get them cold, you can literally just continuously get stops. I mean, they're obviously going to get dumb animations. They're going to get to the free throw line. They're going to, you know, do stupid stuff, but you're going to be able to get a lot of stops. When you heart crush them, it's just going to give you more MT through getting stops that way. So you don't necessarily have to rely on getting, you know, assists and stuff like that all that much. If you were still struggling to score though, like I said, throughout those plays, a nice little pick and roll game never hurts. You're going to be able to get to the rim, get your free throws, and boom, you're going to be chilling. Now with these games, I will say this, for current gen, the number one thing you guys want to focus on is defense. Heart Crusher is a really important badge, so if you can get the other team heart crushed, that is a really big deal, and you guys really want to focus on that. Now, on the flip side of things, if you do have a guy with Showtime, whether it's on Hall of Fame or Gold, I would highly suggest trying to get dunks with him, because if you get team take and you guys can get sharp takeover, you're going to be able to light up the other team and be completely fine. That is another good thing, though, about those plays, is that they do give you that Showtime ability, and the more steals that you guys get, the more, you know, obviously the more the more dunks that you get from that play, the better your takeover is going to be, and the easier that these games are going to be for you. You're going to be able to win these games so much easier, so much more efficiently, and it's really not going to be, I mean, it's still going to be annoying. Like, don't get me wrong. Me playing on next gen, I chose next gen because it was a lot easier to just shoot the ball, and it just made the game easy. I mean, you guys can see they're heart crushed as a team right now, and like, because of that, they're not going to really be able to score. The only way the computer scores really anyway is on their own stupid animations. You know what I mean? Like, you guys can see against this team, they literally can't do anything from the perimeter. So as long as you keep them heart crushed and you're getting a lot of these steals, you're going to be fine. It's just the continuation of getting stops is what matters most. They might make that. Okay, so thankfully they didn't, but you guys can see, boom, bang, Showtime, and now you guys can see the team. Again, we got playmaking, we got sharp, we got glass, we got perimeter, or not perimeter, we got, you know, the paint lockdown. Like, we have another sharp on Kawhi. It's just as simple as that. You really want to take advantage of some of these badges and stuff like that that are kind of cheesy. I mean, I'm trying to get these steals with Magic. I really wouldn't try reaching too much, because again, it is on Hall of Fame, so I would just try to maybe get the bump steals or something like that. I wouldn't necessarily try to swipe, because if you try to swipe, it's not really going to go too well. So I hope this video did help you guys out. If you guys have any questions, be sure to comment them down below, and I will do my best to answer them. If you guys don't mind, you know, feel free, go through the comments, answer some questions as well. Would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, like I said, man, Domination is a lot easier than I think people made it out to be. It is, I mean, well, I don't want to say it's a lot easier, because it does get a little bit frustrating, and obviously when you have better players, it makes life a little bit easier. But all jokes aside, I'm just saying, like, trust me, I get it's going to be annoying, but it's actually pretty easy once you kind of get it down. You guys know what you're doing. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to kill the like button if you guys did, and yeah, peace.